I'm live from Montreal. It's Saturday night. Hey, everybody, welcome into Saturday Night Hockey Talk and first period live stream. Today's game is Vegas Golden Knights at the Montreal Canadiens. It is the last game before the too much sound there. It's the last game before the their bye week, which is just before the All-Star break. So there'll be eight nights without hockey. So should be a good game tonight. There's no lineup changes. Nobody's back. The only news on the injury front is Paul Byron. Finally, we hear about Paul Byron. Paul Byron is skating for the first time just very shortly. Hey, Darcy! Yeah, so that's good news. And we'll see. Hopefully, they'll be back soon. Hey, Massimo! How's it going, you guys? So it should be a good game tonight. I know I'm calling Vegas for the winner, but I'm hoping for Montreal. It worked. That worked in my favor on the Philly game. I called Philly and hey, Joe Foe and Jordan. Jordan, I don't think he fights again tonight, but I mean, you never know. But I don't think it's something you're going to see him do often. And I kind of, I was thinking about it today. When he got slew-footed, and nobody really came to his defense. And I'm wondering if he was basically telling his teammates there a little bit as well, like, this is what you do when someone gets mauled against the boards or whatever. You come and defend them, and yeah, maybe that had something to do with it. But I don't think he fights tonight. Hey, Jean-Claude, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? Thanks for coming in, everybody. Appreciate it. So I've got for the game prediction, I got it 4-3 for Vegas, and I have Armia for the first goal. So what are you guys? What are your scores for tonight? And who do you think gets the first goal? Let me see now. Oh, a little bit of my licorice. Don't dash my hopes, but the same thoughts. Good take on that. Are you talking about? Oh, okay, but the KK, yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense, eh? Why else would I don't know. I don't know why else he would have stepped in like that. Do I think Mete is a keeper for the Habs? I honestly don't think he goes at the trading deadline, but I could kind of see Mete being put into a deal, possibly. But I like Mete. He's young. He's got so many years ahead of him. So I mean, I don't know. I think he could be a keeper, but we'll see. With some of the talent coming in, I mean, there's a point where he probably won't. You won't want to keep him because you have so many other good guys. But I mean, I don't know. I just don't think he goes at the deadline. Hey, Paul. Thanks. I mean, I was thinking of it today. I don't remember what I was doing. I guess something on Twitter made me think about it. And yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense of why he would have done that. So I don't really expect he's going to fight too much. But hey, I'll tell you what. I don't know that, you want to get into a fight with him. And I'll tell you something else, too. That fight, he gets a lot of respect from not only his teammates, but that goes around the league. And, maybe it opens up a little bit more space around him for his line mates, because now other players realize, if you're going to mess with this guy, he's going to fight back. And he looked pretty good. So, there's always there's good things to it and bad. The bad thing is, I mean, he could have hurt his hand. He was punching the guy on his helmet a bit. So, yeah. So Matt says Covey first goal. Jordan says Lecky gets the first one, or Deneau. So we'll see. Massimo says the score will be 3-1 for Vegas, and the first goal to Tatar. I thought of that after I had written Armia. I thought, yeah, maybe Tatar. You never know because of the connection. But you know what? Like, Pacioretty has a connection to Montreal, obviously. So for him coming back here, it's a big game. It's all that kind of stuff. For Tatar and Suzuki, that kind of emotional attachment to Vegas, I don't think is there. And so it's not really the same. But I mean, I could see Tatar. Didn't he got the first goal last game, eh? So maybe not, because that doesn't usually happen 2 games in a row. Ken Johnson, hey buddy, do what deal or deals first Habs make for the future? I kind of don't. I don't think anything at the deadline is going to be blockbuster. Let me put it that way. So there might be a few Habs deals at the deadline, but they're probably going to be like disappointing deals for people who are expecting big pieces to move. Unless, of course, look, if a team gives an offer for, say, Tatar, that is just ridiculous as far as how much they're willing to give. You got to kind of look at that and maybe make the deal. And same for Petrie, But other than that, I don't see anybody big going. So we'll have to see, what happens. But I don't know. It's hard to tell what Bergevin is going to do. At the best of times, he keeps it so close to the chest. Scotty's in the room. Domi first goal, 5-2 Habs. And Ken Johnson is putting in 4-1 Habs. How's it going, Scotty? Lots of snow out there. Scotty's in Newfoundland. Lots of snow out there. How long did it take you to shovel the wherever you had to shovel? I saw pictures and video. Oh my God. Paul is saying he loves Patches, but if KK has to lay him out with a good clean hit, he wouldn't mind. Okay. Paul's got the other Paul Gee. Hey, Paul Gee. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. By the way, if anyone's wondering, see those wrenches? I just learned this. Those guys are the moderators. Paul Gee is saying first goal is Petrie. Joe Foe, guarantee a Habs loss tonight. Well, it's hard to guarantee. But, I mean, look, I think the one thing really going for Vegas, because if you look at the stats, and I gave them in my preview, they're pretty close as far as stats, right? But I think the one thing Vegas does have going for them here is the change in coach. That can usually really motivate a team for the first few games, and it's only the second game since the change. That's the one. That's probably the biggest reason why I'm calling Vegas as the winner. I mean, that's probably it. But that's on paper. We're going to have to see on the ice, what really happens. But, yeah, I think it gives them a bit of a boost, and we'll have to see. But I don't think there's any guarantee. Thoughts on Ovi passing Mario? Can we offer Ovi the city for 1 year? Well, apparently Ovi would like to play 1 year here at the end of his career. Thoughts on him passing Mario? Not a surprise. I think it's going to be really tight for him to pass Gretzky, but man, he's only got like 202 or 204 goals to go. That's probably about 4 years of hockey. So I guess it's possible. It's going to be one hell of an event. Let's put it that way. St. Louis Blues, 2020 Montreal Canadiens, 5 points behind. Okay, are you saying that Montreal can do what the St. Louis Blues did? Look, it's possible, but it's kind of unlikely that 2 years in a row that's going to happen. It's kind of unlikely. By the way, this being the last game before their bye week, right? So there's 8 days off. I will be putting out videos. I guess it's time to take a bit of a focus to what might happen at the trading deadline. I'm going to try to do some stuff on that. I have a video. I was going to do it today, but I thought, well, I got those 8 days. I should wait. So in the next, probably by tomorrow or the day after, I'm doing the prediction for the final standings. Because I was looking at it and I kind of, there's probably not going to, from what I've got there, there's not going to be any of the other teams that are left off of the list that have a chance to do anything or that are likely to do anything. So I'm pretty happy with it. I figure I'd put it out there. Could use a few views. Those things get good views. And it's not the only reason I'm doing it, but it's partially why. I only have had 1,000 view video in like 3 months. And I was at a point where all my videos were getting to 1,000 until YouTube did their change. So it was just nice to do that. But also, it's I've been asked a few times to do this, and I said I'd do it as we get closer to the trading deadline. So, oh, I missed Scotty's comment here. Hang on, guys, I gotta scroll. The snow down here in St. John's is unbelievable. The city has declared a state of emergency. Nothing can open until Monday. Yeah, I was seeing that. I mean, the airport's closed. Snow plows weren't going out. How many snowstorms do you ever see where they don't allow the snow plows out on the street? So, yeah. What do they say? Category 2 on the lower edges of Category 2 wind, like for a hurricane. An amazing storm out there in Newfoundland. Surprised that you still have power, Scott. Really, I'm glad you do, but I mean, it's kind of a surprise. Paul Deslauriers is saying, I won't mind not making the playoffs for 4 to 5 years by not making it this year when it means we are contenders for the next 6 years after that. Okay, I'm kind of in the same thought, but how do I put it? Next year is probably going to be the same like this year. So to say, okay, we missed this year, as long as next year and on we make the playoffs and all that. Next year, I do kind of expect that they have a better shot at making the playoffs. But really, if you're going to look at it and say, yeah, we don't mind losing this year because the future looks good, but that good future is probably more like 2 years away. So, and I don't mind either, because I think the good that's going to come from it is much better than we're used to in the last 27 years. It's worth waiting for, and you can see it happening. So, yeah, but I just don't expect next year to be an amazing year that they're going to just. It's not going to be next year. More than likely, it might have a little bit of that, but I think the year after and the year after that, that's when you're going to see the big leap into a contending team. Let me see now. Automatic 123. Welcome in, buddy. I'm thinking KK would win the UFC tonight. With that being said, I think the Habs can still make the playoffs. Well, look, they can still do it. It just is. It's unlikely because it's a hell of a mountain to climb. Can it be climbed? Yeah, of course, it can be done. Just, at this point, I'm not really putting my hopes on it, but I would love to see it happen. Although, I'm kind of getting used to the fact that if it doesn't and they kind of tank out, we get a really good pick. And I'm kind of excited about that. So at this point, I've kind of flipped from, when I watch the Habs, I always want them to win. That's never going to change. But I wouldn't mind if we kind of finish near the bottom and we get a good pick. So, so making the playoffs at this point when they're unlikely to actually make it and they're unlikely to do much when they get in there, although just get in there and anything can happen. I'm not saying that isn't a fact. But I'm kind of more leaning towards they should get that good pick. Who knows? Scotty's saying, thankfully, he has lots of food and beer and other treats. That's the way. If there's going to be a storm or you're going to get like stranded, you got to have the stuff, or else it's like survival of the fittest. Habs play well against Vegas, 4-3 Habs. That's Darcy saying that. Okay, wait a second, Rodney. So, Rodney, you're Red and Red Rock. Okay, well, that makes sense now that I know that. And welcome back, Rodney. Open hit. So Scotty's saying St. Louis was a lot better spot at this point in the season last year than what Montreal is now. I would tend to agree with that. And they didn't have as much of a mountain to climb at this point because they'd already started their turnaround. I don't know if they were as far behind, although they were last in the league at one point. So I don't know. I just, 2 years in a row, something like that's really unlikely to happen the second time. So, If it happens, great. If it doesn't, what can you do? Ooh, got more comments than I thought. Would I trade Petrie for Ghost and a second rounder? Um, no. First of all, no. I don't. I wouldn't do that. And one of the reasons is Petrie Ghost is injured right now, so you don't trade for injured players. That's number one. And he's not having a great year, and that's 2 years in a row. So considering that, I don't know if Ghost is the target anymore. Because I was a proponent of it, but I don't know at this point. 2 years in a row having a bad year, and now he's injured, so unlikely that he'll be involved in any kind of a trade. Ken Johnson, if Montreal scores first, they win, but they must also get the second goal too. Yeah, except that Montreal could kind of. How many games have we seen where they don't score first? Sometimes they don't get the second goal either. Yet they come back to at least tie the game, make a game of it, if not all the way back to win. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a necessary thing, but you may be right. You may be right. Okay, wait a second. How is Red and Red Rock here and Rodney Redcliffe? How is it you're the same guy and you're both here? Am I missing something there? I must be missing something. Got to try my best to make sure you get. I'll get to 1,000, buddy. Don't worry about it. And a couple of people have been trying. All it does is I see, I'm getting close, and then YouTube just takes them away because whatever it is you're doing to get them. So it becomes then a disappointment. I'd rather not have that. So I'd rather kind of get them. What's the word I'm looking for? Not generically or genetically. Just rather get them, naturally. But listen, I'm up at mine. I'm either at 977 or 978. I don't know because I have this little. Well, actually, two spots on YouTube show me different things. So I don't know if it's 978 or 977. But either way, I'm getting there. So I appreciate the help as long as it's authentic. Because if it's not, it gets taken away anyway. So don't even bother. Like I said, it only gets me excited and then disappointed. Because these last 100 have been hard to get. Let's see. It's going to be hard. I'm going to Toronto. Going to Toronto, born human, but I got too many Leaf fans and they hate Montreal. So going to convert them to you. Be ready. Listen, that's fine. If you can convert people and they subscribe, yeah, I love that. I love that. Just I don't know who it was. It wasn't you. I think it might have been Habs 060, but somebody some kind of dialer thing, and he was great. He got me 21 new subscribers when there was like 6 subscribers away, but it lasted for about 2 hours and they all went back. So it doesn't really work. But yeah, the way you're talking about doing it, that definitely works. So, and love to have some Leaf fans as subscribers, only because, first of all, I don't like the Leafs. That's true. But I don't dislike Leaf fans and like to have them in having conversations. So that works. It's hard. Leaf fans and Have fans, there could be a hate going on, and it's hard to have sometimes a good logical conversation with Leaf fans and Have fans together. And I'm sure whatever I say about Leafs or the Leaf fans, they say the same thing about us. So, it's kind of like the Republicans and Democrats in the States. Good sentiment there, Jofo. Me too. I am sure everybody does. Hope everyone's okay in Newfoundland. All the best, and not much I'm praying really, but definitely thoughts and hopes that everything's good for everybody out in Newfoundland, wherever that horrible snowstorm hit. I just hope everything's okay, because it's amazing. I've never been in. Well, I can't say never. I've been in, we've had snowstorms here that have dropped a couple of feet, but they're over 2 feet, and it's still kind of coming. So, and the wind, wow, the wind is something else. Red Rock says, I think the mayor of Calgary should not have any comment on the NHL and whatever, but he said, I did not hear what he said about Kachuk, so that's going to be news to me. So if anybody wants to let me know what was said, I appreciate that. While I scroll down, whoops, there we go. So Scott, who is in Newfoundland, he's in St. John's. All good down here. Anybody who hasn't stocked up for a good 4 days of being stuck in their house is going to have a rough go. Yeah, that's for sure. And, it's kind of a point. You kind of should always have 3-4 days, that if you can't get out, you're good for 3-4 days worth of food and all the stuff you need. But especially in a time like that, because you can't go anywhere. And anyways, nowhere's open anyway if you could get out. Another sentiment that the channel does agree with Jofo is that we're all glad Scotty's okay, and anybody from out there that is in the room, we're all glad that things are good. Because, like I said, that was a hell of a storm. Hockey Crabs, hey, I haven't seen you for a while, buddy. Welcome back in. Kind of hope the Habs draft Byfield. I think it would be nice to get another center. Well, look, Byfield, you're going to have to get down probably to second. Byfield's going second. If Lafreniere doesn't drop, Byfield's going second. If Lafreniere drops, more than likely Byfield is first. So I just hope they get, a top 10 pick would be nice, because apparently there's 10 really good players. So if you're in the top 10, you should be good. Redden is saying Montreal is winning the cup this year. I told you there's St. Louis this year, the only 5 points behind the last card spot. But still, it's a lot because there's a few teams they got to jump over. And, I mean, if you were a betting man, what do you think the odds would be that two years in a row that the St. Louis thing would happen? I don't know. As much as I'd love it if the Habs won the cup, but I'm not going to even go there personally. NHL hockey news. Hey, buddy. I did check out your channel to get in there and subscribe, just in case you didn't know, and haven't watched any videos yet. I'm bad that way, so be careful. Sorry. I apologize. I try to watch videos of everybody else, but I find it harder and harder. Hell, I used to watch probably 20, 25 shows on TV. I think I'm down to about 5 or 6. I don't even have time for the shows I like. Let's see now. Redden is born in Toronto, raised in Toronto. Well, I feel bad for you. No, I'm just joking. Purest Montreal fan. From Toronto, because we have to deal with all the Toronto fans saying how bad we are. Yeah, well, I'm not going to buy that one, though. Sorry. Purist Montreal fans. Here, I'll say this in defense of, to counter what you said. If you were that pure a fan, you'd be living here in Montreal. You'd have moved here. So, I don't know. Let's see now. I'm sure I'm going to hear back on that one. Jordan played so much overtime hockey, we could count it as an extra game played. When was this? We haven't played it. We haven't been in the overtime that much lately. I haven't. Anyways, I don't remember. Hockey Crabs wonder if we are going to trade for a backup or stick with Lindgren. That's a good question. You know what? That's a move I could see them making at the deadline. Is to pick up is to move Lindgren and find a backup. I could see that. Because, look, Lindgren's now had 3 games, and it's not getting better. It's the opposite. So, I don't think he's the answer. Redden is saying, here's an option. We can win the cup this year out of a miracle and still get the first-round draft pick because we can trade a lot of good picks and drop picks because we got lots of them. Okay, but I mean, it almost would be a miracle if we win the cup this year. But on your other point, think about it this way. This is how I look at it. Anybody, whatever team's got first and second pick, which clearly I think it's pretty clear anyway that Lafreniere and Byfield are probably the best two out of these, but that will only be known in a few years. But going into the draft, what was I going to say now? Yeah. So what's the likelihood that the team who's holding first and the team that's holding second are really going to trade that away? I don't know. Or let me put it this way. What do you have to give up to acquire that? And that at that point, is it worth it? Because if you create 3 holes on your team to get a Lafreniere or a Byfield that maybe fills one in a couple of years, I don't see the value there. You know, it's nice to have a player like Lafreniere or Byfield. I know that. But if your team around him is no good and then won't be for a few years or 4 or 5 years because of what you had to do to get him, it makes it not worth getting him. And let somebody else have him and you'll do it. You know what I mean? There's a point where he's not Superman. He's not a one-man team. So it doesn't pay to sell everybody away to get one guy who's a kid and has to grow into the job anyway. So I just, if we get him, we get him. But I don't see who's going to trade away that pick for anything. Like, what do we have that we could trade to get that pick away from somebody? Probably the only thing you could say is Carey Price. And even then, I think it's proven out that unless you're a team that is on the verge of winning the cup, why do you need Carey Price? And then if that is the case, that you're a team on the verge of winning the cup and you want Carey Price, well, then you're not the team that has the first or second pick. That doesn't happen. So unless you got it in a trade, I mean, that's the only way. But yeah, it's unlikely. Joe, you want me to drink ranch? I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. If I hit 1,000 subs tonight, by the time this video or this live stream is done, and that means we might not know till I finish the live stream and I see that I've done it. The very next live stream, I'm drinking ranch. But we have to hit it tonight. We're 22 away. So, Joe, if you think you can get me 22 subs before this live stream is over, I will go to my fridge and take out ranch dressing and drink it. But I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love it to happen. I would really love to have to end this live stream by drinking some ranch. Yeah, I would love to do that. But anyways, I don't see it happening. But seriously, though, and I won't lie to you guys, when I turn off the live stream, it tells me if I got subscribers and I can see how many I got. If it hits 1,000, I will tell you on the review that that's what happened. And the next live stream, I'll drink ranch. So come on, everybody, go out and get your friends to subscribe. Come on. No, it's not going to happen. Okay, Redden, shout out to Newfoundland and Nova Scotia for dealing with all the snow. I know it's a daily routine with you guys in the winter. Oh, you said shout out. You're out, shout out. But a shout out to Newfoundland. Okay, I know it's a daily routine with you guys in the winter time, but dig yourself out and enjoy today. Yeah, they've got it a lot worse. And we get enough snow here in Quebec, but man, you guys out in Newfoundland, man, it's a bit rough. I gotta admit, it's a bit fucking rough. Oh, did I say the F word? Didn't mean that. I think there we are. Yeah, the game's gonna be on in a couple minutes. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm sure people are gonna leave a bit. It says nobody here now. I'm going to go to the bottom of the thing. So if I missed anybody and you want to put in a comment, put it in. But I got to bypass a lot because I'm calling up my screen for the game. And I won't be able to scroll as easily because it takes away the screen. Okay, let me see now. What do I got on this page? What up from Cowansville? Matthew is from Cowansville. That's not bad. I've been to Cowansville a few times. Not too far from here. And, nice little town, I guess. Small town. But, hey, buddy, welcome. Joey, hey, I think the score is going to be 3-1. 3-1. Joey's in with 3-1. Robert Wren, no. Will the Habs win tonight? I want them to. I've gone with Vegas as far as the score, calling the score 4-3. So we'll have to see how they come out. But I mean, I'm hoping they do. Redden, Ava from Newfoundland, Labrador, Nova Scotia, anywhere in Eastern Canadian District. Are you serious? Kind of story. Okay, that was a lot for me to read. Okay, Joey, Montreal will win 6-4 tonight. I was right for the first time against Philly, 4-1. Well, 6-4. I don't see it being that high scoring, but I got it 4-3, so it's not that far a stretch to go to 6-4. But cool. Brandon, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good. Brandon, how you doing? Gislain, 5-1 Habs. Lekanen for the first goal. Joe's got Kobe to score. Joe, Kobe to score first goal? I imagine that's what you mean. Brandon, in order to Poutine, I'm feeling good, and the Habs are gonna win. All right. Enjoy the Poutine. Love Poutine. Red Rock. In 2 years, I move there because I got to be moving my position for my job. Oh, that's cool. So Redden's coming to Montreal in 2 years. All right, buddy. Joe Gatto, 19 subs. What do you mean 19 subs? Joey, oh, did you just subscribe? I thought you were already a subscriber. Joe, what do you mean 19 subs? I'm at 981 now. I'm going to go check on that because I want to check on that. Let me find a way to check on that for now. Just hang on, guys, because this is important stuff. I don't see that happening. I don't usually get too many subscribers off of the live feeds, which is surprising because usually you get more. So I just don't have enough traction, I guess, for it. I don't know what it is, but I don't. So I'm just checking on what Joe's telling me there. Let's see what it says here. Had to refresh something, so I gotta wait. I don't know why I'm slow like this. It shouldn't be this slow. Come on in and show me. You're gonna decide not to. Yeah. It's still spinning. The part I want, of course, not going to come in because I want to see it. You're right. I'm at 982. Well, guys, I can only say this. I may have to go take 2 minutes and go grab some some ranch dressing out of the fridge. It may happen. 982. Well, anybody who just subscribed, I want to thank you. I really do appreciate that. And for all of my subscribers, I appreciate the support. Like, you don't know how much, because it's crazy that I don't know how I even got there. But so I really appreciate that. And listen, if we get to 1,000, I'm the happiest guy. I'm going to be the happiest guy. Even if I drink ranch, I might throw up. I'm still going to be the happiest guy. But it's cool to see 982. I just, it's been so up and down with those things that I don't ever believe them anymore. So if it's still 982 by tomorrow or whatever it gets to, then I believe it, because if it lasts for a day, it's kind of sure that it's going to last. But I get 2 subscribers, lose 1, lose 2, get 1. That's kind of how it's been for the last few months. So it's a surprise when you get 3 or 4 in a row. But hey, good news. So has the game started yet? I went off that page. Hang on a sec, guys. Let me see if the game started. Okay, well, the feed is on. Okay, let's see what you guys said here now. Everyone can be okay, but Joe, wait a second. Now that's almost unfair. I would rather it be people that are going to actually stay and watch my videos over time. than to just get all your friends to subscribe and then I drink the ranch and then tomorrow they're all gone. So I hope that doesn't happen. Because listen, to get to 1,000 means I'm gonna monetize. That takes a couple of weeks. I need to hold the 1,000 for a couple of weeks. So, but hey, I do appreciate it. That's for sure. It's fun. And listen, if I did end up having to drink ranch tonight because I got 1,000, but a few of them went away, I'd still be happy. The closer I get, the happier I get. Darcy's asking, do I trade Covey a deadline or give him a 1-year deal? That's a very interesting question. I think if you're making a run still and you're in the race, you don't trade him at the deadline. He costs you nothing to get. And if at the end of the year he walks and you get nothing back for him, but he got you to a playoff run, maybe even got you in, it's worth it. Do I think they could sign him next year? I don't, because if he's playing good enough to sign next year, he's probably going to ask for more than you want to pay. And do you really want to give Covey, say, 7-8 million over 2 years at his age? And I don't know. I wouldn't do it personally. So the only thing I wouldn't do is if we're still in this playoff run, as unlikely as it is, you don't get rid of him at the deadline. Because honestly, what are you going to get back for him? A third or fourth round pick if you're at third at the highest, I think. Yeah, it's worth holding on to him if he's helping you make a run. Everybody get Rick to 1,000. Hey, okay, Joe, Leah, is that your wife? That's cool. Welcome in, Leah. Yeah, I hope the Canadians will win tonight. I kind of have Vegas because just how it is. But yeah, I always root for the Canadians. I never, like in a prediction for the game, I might say another team, but sitting here watching, I'm always rooting for the Canadians. Who do you have scoring the Habs for? I have Armia tonight. His second game back, he looked good that first game. So I have Armia for first goal. Joey, you had a message retracted. I don't know why it would have been retracted. So just try it again. Maybe you swore a couple times. They might retract it for that. The Canadians are good, but Price needs to practice like he's good. Well, Price has been like pretty much lights out for the last 3 games. He's had a 9.76 or higher save percentage for each of the last 3 games. If he can just keep that up, that'd be great. I don't really think his tracking the puck, he's been pretty good. Another new subscriber. Hey, I might, you know what? I guess you guys are gonna make me drink ranch tonight. Impossible. It's possible. The new subscribers keep coming. Joey is your brother. Okay, cool. That's cool. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Let me see now. Yeah, I don't think tracking the puck is Price's problem, really. No, I don't think that's his problem. His problem is when they go cross ice on him through a seam, he has trouble. He's been having trouble getting over to make it, but he's actually done that. He's done that successfully the last couple of games. He's made a couple of those from one end of the net to the other and made the save. David, how's it going, buddy? Am I up to no? There's no way it's only 15 more. Wow. $9.85. Don't worry, Nolan. Your track record's still good. Yeah, because I just agreed to drink ranch if I get to 1,000. So tonight, and everybody's asking their friends to sub. The only thing is, I don't know how long those will last afterward. But hey, it's for the fun, right? I'll do it. I hope. I didn't. I remember. This is very important. When I had agreed originally to do the ranch, was a shot glass, not a regular glass, not a bottle of it, a little bit, because otherwise I'm just gonna puke. Let me see. Well, thank you, Leah. I appreciate it. Yeah, here's another new. I'm getting there. Well, that would be nice. I'll have to go look in my fridge very soon. Uh, thanks, Jofo. But the thing is, are they going to stick around? That's the thing. No unsubs. What's that? Number one unsubs, bro? What does that mean? I'm not catching on that. Brandon, I've been asked that a few times. No, I don't think Hayden Fleury is good enough really for them to go after. Another thing is, I don't know how much Carolina is going to want to trade with Montreal. Oh my God, the news about the Astros. Wait a second. Jofo, I hope that would be great if no one, because it's nicer if they stick around and I'm going to drink the ranch dressing. Wait, Nolan, what's up? What's up with the Astros? Okay, Redden, that's cool. As long as they're legit accounts, then they won't get taken away. But if you do the dialing thing, it gets taken away. But it seems like everyone's getting their friends to sub. So apparently I'm at 991. Thanks, Joey. Appreciate that. I don't know that I do my best anyway. Let me put it that way. It's going up really quick. I got to go check on it now. The game's on, but can't really watch because I'm thinking about how I'm going to drink ranch dressing tonight. So yeah, it says. I'm really happy though. My live stream hasn't crapped out tonight because of the Wi-Fi. Hang on, it's about to show me. It's weird. That's weird. What just came up on my recommended? I just came up on my own recommended. That's weird. Hang on, come on, number. Doesn't want to show me. When I really want to see the number, it takes its time. It's just spinning and didn't come in. Wow, 994. Well, yeah, I'm going to be going into the fridge in a few minutes, it looks like. Okay, wait now. Okay, this got detracted, but Brandon Bailey just agreed to put ranch dressing on his poutine if I reach 1,000. So we got 2 people doing ranch dressing. Thank you, Brandon. I don't feel so alone. I appreciate that, buddy. That's nice of you. Makes me feel better about the fact that looks like I'm going to be drinking ranch dressing tonight. Yeah, well, maybe that's the only thing gets me out of drinking ranch dressing, Nolan, is the stream goes. But then my luck, you see, that's when the stream stays, is when maybe I want it. I never wanted to go out, but yeah, it'll stay. It's doing pretty good, so I won't even knock. We'll just forget I even talked about the live stream. Okay, now the comments are coming in really fast. It's hard to keep up. So if I miss anybody, please just redo your comment until I get to it. I can't help it when it goes that fast. Nolan's watching it on TVA or TVA for the first time. It's interesting in French. Yeah, Red, and don't worry. It looks like I'm gonna hit it anyway. 6 away. Everybody excited about it. I have a feeling I'm gonna hit it. Okay, you see 7. I just saw 6. So, hey, that's the goal. If it takes drinking a little bit of ranch, I'm all for it. Yeah, I got it on City TV, but I'm streaming it as well. Yeah, David, I get that, but I got a problem when I don't like something, or I find something might be gross, even if I like it, but it's gross at the time. It don't want to go down. That might be my only problem, but I should be able to manage it. I'm gonna try. That's the thing. If I get to 1,000, I'm gonna try to drink the ranch. I'm not gonna crap out on you guys. I'll try. If I get it all down, I don't know, but I'm gonna try. I'm the best YouTuber to explain the game, but I don't do the play by play. If you mean you like my opinions, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. Um, but I don't find that I explain the game a lot. Um, I talk too much. I don't watch the game enough while I'm live streaming is the problem for me anyway. For me, game's not started yet. They haven't dropped the puck, but they're just about to. Another probably minute before it actually starts. So Joey, you're ahead of me because I'm live. I'm streaming it. So usually when it's streamed, I'm about 30, 40 seconds behind a lot of people. So, but I'll be very honest with you. At this point, I'm kind of paying attention to the subscribers because I'm got to prepare that I might have to drink ranch here tonight. So, which is all good because that means that it's a goal I've had now for a little over a year. If I hit it tonight, I mean, it's all good, right? Let's see where we're at. It's about to come in. I feel like Jerry Lewis in the telethon. Numbers, please. Where's those numbers? They're about to come. Drum roll. Come on. Boy, tonight it's slow. It's slow to give me the numbers. I don't know why. Not still at 994, so we're holding tight there. Holding tight there. Honestly, for me, I'd be okay too if it stays there and then I'm that much closer. But hey, listen, I'm excited now because to see 994 as a mostly legitimate, I believe you guys that people will stay, but some people will drop off. And sometimes freaking YouTube takes them away. I've had people tell me they had to resubscribe. They don't know what happened, but it's really nice to see that. I appreciate it, eh? You guys, I really appreciate it. Can get a woot. Yeah, a capital woot. Yeah, I don't know what I just did there. Hang on, let me get back to my. Did it woot? Nah, I forgot to do this. It helps if you click in the right spot. Woot woot. But it was still 6 to go, guys. Although I think the app I have that shows me the number, I think it's showing me one more than is actually there because I do think it's at 993 and not 994. Good question, Redden. Bacon bits might help a little bit, but no, I don't have bacon bits. I know bacon bits would help though. Nolan, I don't hate ranch. The thing is, I don't know if I have ranch. I have salad dressing here. It's either it's ranch or cucumber. They're both equal as far as but I don't mind ranch. Ranch is a good dressing. I like ranch. I like the cucumber. What's the other one I'm thinking of? I guess the Caesar one. The Caesar one would probably be the hardest to drink. Yeah, Nolan, that's why I'm saying. I mean, I might puke, but hey, you never know. It's all in the name of the show, right? And speaking of the show, I better get the game up so I can see what's going on with it. I gotta drop this down again. Keep having to drop that. Okay, let me see. Everybody subscribe. I think most of the people in the chat now have subscribed. What's in French? Jofa, what are you? I don't know what French is about. Well, there you go. So if you like Caesar, you know, some people like ranch, some people like Caesar. I don't think I could do the Caesar. Gislain's asking who's like him and wants Kobe back next year. I just don't think they'll be able to afford him because he's not going to take 700,000 next year. That you can pretty much guarantee. See, David was reading something about Leafs trade targets, and Shea Weber is not on. I don't think Montreal's dealing Weber to Toronto. Oh my God, no. No. That won't happen. Nolan wants Colby to stay, so Nolan's in. Jofo, French dressing is a lot. That I could probably do a lot better. And I might have some here, but it's not. That's too easy. And I'll give in to that. That's a little bit easy. I could do that one. I think the point of it is to do something that's hard to do. How much left? I don't want to lose the feed yet. When they go to a break, I'll go check. Yeah, I don't know where Joe went. Joe was here for a minute and he left. I don't know. And Jeff, I don't know. Did he come in roadside? I didn't see him. No, Joey. Like I said, I think it's at 993. Although my little app there extension says 994, but I think it's off by one. Wait a second. You made a bet so that you mean a ticket to Montreal to come see or something? That's an expensive bet. All right, cousin. Okay, I didn't see it yet. Cousin scores. All right. Nobody. I didn't hear cousin's name, so just let him know. I didn't see anybody take cousins. So if anyone's gonna go in there and say I had cousins, I didn't see cousin's name by anybody, and I didn't see the goal yet because it's still showing 0-0. I'm about to. Thanks, Joey. I shall do that. My intention is definitely to keep it up. Yeah, that's what she said. I know. So it's now really at 994, so I'm legitimately 6 away. Hang on, I want to watch this goal, so I'm going to just watch the screen for a sec. I want to see the goal. They're in Montreal zone, so it's going to take a little longer. They're just breaking out. The goal's probably coming here. There's Cousins on. He's going off the ice though. I guess he circled back. Wow, how far behind am I? Whoever had that goal up there, I still haven't gotten it. That's insane. Wait, you sure they scored? Yeah, they did because my buddy in BC just texted me. Nice patient goal. Who's? Oh, I thought that for a sec was Paling. Oh, that was a nice patient. Like you said, patient goal. It reminds me of the goal that Paling did score, where he held on to it, and over the pad. That's a very similar goal. Let me just watch the replay again to confirm that. Yeah, very similar goal to the Paling goal. Nice. Nice. So whoever was saying earlier that Montreal's got to score first, they're going to win. Or maybe it was in a comment, but they scored first. All right. David's got Tatar or Nick Suzuki. So You didn't get it. No, no, nobody said Cousins. And Nolan. That's what sometimes what coming to Quebec is like. How is your French? Your French must be good if you've been speaking French for 4 days. Brandon, that's their game. Actually, they're both teams actually are very. They're second and third in the Corsi four percentage, which is basically a puck control kind of a stat. And yeah, they control the puck well. Montreal 1-0. That's the way to be. Okay, that's a break. Let me go check on. Let's see where I'm at. Got to keep my eye on this. So just give it a sec. It's refreshing right now. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Not only for the ranch. I mean, I've been trying to get to 1,000 for a long time. I'm nervous at how I'm going to react to it. Come on, what we got? I don't know why tonight it's just loading so slow. Ah, you see? You see what happened, guys? It's exactly what I said was going to happen. Um, while it's higher than it was when I started, a lot of those went away. What happens when you use other accounts that aren't very active? So if you're holding, say you've got 2, 3 accounts, but you don't use them very much, you just use one main one. Those very inactive accounts, if they subscribe to me, it gets removed because they're not active accounts. And that's what happened because now it's back down to 982, which is fine. It's great, but that's what happens. It's what I said going into this. So doesn't look like I'm going to be drinking ranch tonight, but I want to thank anybody who did legitimately subscribe and they're staying because they're let me see now. I was at that's 4. That's 4 new ones. So just that, thank you. I appreciate that so much. But you see, I do knows what I'm talking about because I knew some of them wouldn't stay. Where are we? Oh, I didn't see it. Oh yeah, let me get the game back on. Chicago's winning 2-0. 2-0 against Montreal, Toronto. Yeah, well, look, Toronto's got some big injuries. I've got them in my new. I'm doing a projected standings at the end of the season video. I have Toronto barely making the wild card. So I think Morgan Riley and Muzzin being, I think those are huge losses on a defense that's already challenged. I don't see how they make it up unless Dubas manages somehow to make some magical trades. I just don't see how. Yeah, you guys wondering why I'm back at 981? I told you when you use weird accounts or they're not your main accounts, they don't YouTube removes them. How they know this stuff, I don't know, but it's happened to me now a number of times. Somebody's was trying to get me up to the 1,000 and it doesn't last. So like I said, they're probably not going to last, and they didn't. But don't worry about it. I'm not unhappy. It's not because no, I won't drink the ranch. I'm not unhappy because I knew that probably what was going to happen. Giselle, Morgan Riley's got a broken foot. He's out 2 months. Jake Muzzin is out. I don't know how long. I think somebody else too, but I know those two, and those are probably their top 2 defensemen on a team that's already defensively challenged, it's going to be tough for them. Nolan, I second that. I don't like Austin Matthews very much either. Yeah, he's talented and all that. I don't take that away from him. I just something about him. I don't know if it's because he's a Leaf or what, but something about him bugs me. Redden, yeah, but you don't know. Now, YouTube is weird about this lately. It's one of these things. They're on this. They tightened up the ship. You used to be able to get away with that kind of stuff. They don't allow it anymore. They don't. So they've tightened it up, and that's how it is. But hey, listen, I'm up 4 new subscribers from when I started, and 82. That's only 18. 18's not a ton. My birthday is in February. I'll just say on Valentine's. I'm born on Valentine's Day, so don't laugh. I know now you're all laughing at me. I know. Anyways, I'm born on Valentine's Day, so I'm kind of thinking by my birthday I should have it. So, hey, look, it is what it is. It's not so much for the monetization, by the way, if anyone's wondering, because I don't get the kind of views where I'm going to make any money really from it right now. But it's more for there's things that I'm going to be able to do being monetized, and that's like the community page, putting those messages up that you'll see on your homepage. Like if I'm doing a special video, or say I have a live stream and I've got to cancel, I can put a message there, and then I can even advertise the live stream there. And those are the kind of things that really help to grow a channel. So I'm really looking for the 1,000 more for those things than any monetization money, because the views I'm getting right now, I'm not going to make a ton of money. Not going to make, it's going to be laughable actually. But I need to hit the 1,000 because, like I said, it opens up a lot of doors that I would like to have open. We should win if we don't get a disallowed goal for goaltender. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Because I have a feeling the Hawks are gonna make a push. So, but I don't know why that would make me smile particularly. But I think the Hawks are gonna make a push. Patre tried to score on Price, and Weber made him. Yeah, I kind of just missed that. I saw that he was hurting on the bench. Nolan, something bugs you about. I don't get what you said there, Nolan. Sorry. On this rapper? Oh yeah, that was. I don't know if that's laziness. That's probably a bad bounce somewhere off the boards. Maybe he wherever he passed it over or put the puck, it might have bounced weirdly. Okay, still don't get it, buddy. Nolan, I don't know what the MR. You got to redo the whole whatever you were trying to say there. Well, thanks, David. Yeah, Redden, that's the thing, you know. If you're talking about with Toronto, well, Toronto's had defensive problems. I don't see how they could have gone far in the playoffs anyway. Because that's the same thing with, look, if the Canadians make the playoffs with the defensive liabilities we've got right now, it's going to be tough to win. It really is. It's going to be tough to win in the playoffs because you really need your defense. And yeah, I just think Toronto's their chances went down the drain with that Riley broken foot, I think. Yeah, I don't know if that was lazy though, Joey. That was more I didn't see where that where he threw the puck. I didn't see where it went. It could have bounced oddly off the boards and came back out, and he wasn't expecting that. Or wherever he passed the puck to, a Golden Knight got there, and he wasn't, he didn't see that happening, and that's probably what happened. I don't know so much that's laziness. Darcy, the Leafs losing does make me smile as well, too. You're right. Yeah, I wouldn't be laughing if I had to live in Toronto right now. I love Montreal. I can't see living anywhere else. But yeah, uh, Edmonton. Yeah, David, I've in my that video, I got Edmonton and Calgary both making the playoffs. Who's Mr. Cheeks though, Nolan? I'm not sure who Mr. Cheeks is. Then I'm missing you on who Mr. Cheeks is. Sorry, buddy. Let me see. Has anyone heard anything on Drew? Will he be back? Yeah, he's supposed to be back after the All-Star break. Plus, they also announced that Paul Byron has skated finally, not for a long period, just a short skate, but he's back skating, which is good news. Pismo Polly. Wow, that's an interesting name. Nobody, I don't show the game. Sorry, that's copyright. Yeah, I don't need that problem. We're just basically talking about the game and about hockey and stuff. And a lot of times I'll describe some of what's going on, but no, you can't really do that and not get a copyright infringement thing. Sorry if you came in for that. I really do. I'm sorry, but thanks for coming in anyway. If Montreal goes to the playoffs, they will have a title shot to win the cup. I mean, I don't know. Look, if you go to the playoffs, anything could happen. But with the defense we've got this year, I don't see how we do any damage there. I really don't. Oh, that's who Mr. Cheeks is. That makes sense. I got you. And now I don't remember what you said, but now I know who Mr. Cheeks is at least. Oh, Habs scored again? I've got some weird showing the national anthem. I don't know what's that about. I've seen the national. Oh, okay. So it hasn't happened yet on mine. Covey, listen, Covey's getting hot. Covey could score some. Covey can make a difference in this run to the playoffs. If we have a chance, to make the playoffs, Kovalchuk's going to be a big part of it by doing just that, scoring every game, scoring almost every game, whatever, putting up a point a game. That makes a huge difference. He's an elite player. Even though he's on the downside of his career, he's still an elite player. There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. You know what I like about him too? Whether it's, with a wicked wrist shot, slap shot, or he's cleaning up the garbage in front of the net. He scores goals from everywhere. I kind of like that. Let's watch it again closer. Hang on a sec. Oh, wait, how does he clean that up? There's where it comes. Okay. The rebound off of that last shot. Dano gets the assists for the shot. Yeah, that's a nice goal. Yeah, listen, pretty much as far as must-win games, they need to win. They had that loss the other day, so they need kind of to go 8-2 at the worst in these 10 games since the losing streak. So they won 2 in a row. They lost, and hopefully after tonight it'll be another 2 in a row. They need to win again another 4 out of the next 5 games. So if they can win 4 out of each 5 games as we go along, they can make the playoffs, but they need to do that. So any 2 2-game losing streak or 3. That's it. Once you see that, that's it. Yeah, Gislain, you're right. But remember what happened there. Super hot goalie in Patrick Roy. 10 overtime wins. A couple of teams got knocked out that could have stood in our way. Things like that happen. When things like that happen, yeah. And that's the thing, you never know about the playoffs. You get there and you never know how everybody else's series are going to go. And if you win yours, you know who you're going to, anything could happen. And that's the whole point of it. But it's super unlikely that the St. Louis Blues thing is going to be repeated the year after. It's just super unlikely. Well, Redden, that's a big prediction there. That's a super hot take there. Redden saying they're going to win 9 in a row after the All-Star break, and then go to the Cup. And then you get to go to the Cup, and then going to have to come to my place or come to Toronto and buy me dinner. You mean I'm going to have to, if they win the Cup and they do what you're saying there, I have to go to Toronto and buy you dinner. Oof. Yeah, I've never been to Toronto, so that's going to be something. Let it be so. Okay, that's an odd comment, Gisela. Also, Islanders beat Mario Lemieux's Penguins. I don't get where that comes from. Oh, you're talking to David. I get you. Okay. 3-0 for Chicago. Okay, I'm just going to check my stats because I like to check my stats. What can I say? Hang on a sec. Let's see how this goes. But I kind of doubt I'm going to end up with the ranch. Phew. I don't know how that would go. I'm afraid I would puke if I had to drink ranch. But if you're going to have to puke, at least make it for a good reason. So that would be one hell of a reason. Come on, the drum roll. Show me the money. Show me the money. Still at 982. I have a feeling that's where it's going to stick at. And you never know if I could get, if John comes back in from Hot Take Hockey, I guess he's not live streaming tonight. If he can get back, if he gives me a hand with that and promotes me on his channel, it won't take long to hit the 1,000 that way. He's got like 10,000 subscribers. He gets a couple hundred people in his live streams. So, but hey, listen, it doesn't really matter. Wait, Nolan, what the? Why? First of all, why did they hold that comment when I hit 1,000 subs? You should have garbage. I don't get what you mean by that. What kind of garbage do you want me to have? Wait a second. 2.5. Okay. The way they play that right now makes you think of 93, eh? Well, they had some good talent in 93, though. They had, well, I shouldn't say though. We have some good talent here now. Yeah, you might be right about that, Joey. For me, Gislain, usually when the Habs get eliminated, I stop watching. That's been my normal way about doing it. I don't usually continue watching the playoffs. I followed what was going on, but didn't really watch any games, to be honest. This year, I'm going to try to watch a few games at least, but hopefully